Hello and welcome to Throwdown Thursdays. My name is David and today I'm joined by my good friend and fellow teammate Ashley.
Hello.
And today we are playing more Forbidden Island. Now we've already... I made you do the thing. I said no, don't do it, and then you brought it back. We've already played Forbidden Island, so if you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can also press the card that's in the top left-hand corner right now. And I'll go into a little bit more detail about the game. So let's talk about the characters first. Actually, you get the Explorer. He can move diagonally, he can move up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
So he's really powerful. Natalie's got the Navigator, so she can move other people up to 2 spaces for 1 action. Again, which is quite helpful. And the Pilot, which is James, and he can fly to any one spot, wherever he wants, basically. So we set up the island. This time we're playing on Elite. So we already start off, at the end of your turn, we're going to reveal 3 cards, while before it was on normal, only reveal 2. So your first action was pretty easy, kind of move upshore 2 and put yourself in a central position so you can like do loads of stuff. Because I find the Explorer can move so quickly to different areas.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And upshore and diagonally as well was just really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Though in our previous game, at the end of Natalie's turn, she revealed a Water Rises card, so we already went up to Elite, but it's kind of like we're playing the same game sort of thing. And we got 2 of the same Explorers, but that's neither here nor there. So you end your turn with the Sun and the Fire Crystal. It takes around, 2-3 turns before you can determine who's going to collect the first statue?
Yeah, definitely.
It takes a really long time.
I think the first couple of turns are just kind of finding out where you are on the map, making sure you're upshoring all the time, and yeah, you just got to wait. You just got to wait it out so everyone's at least got 4 cards in their hand. So you know, I mean, even Natalie at this point, she's got a sandbag and a helicopter. It's just like that's not very. They're helpful later on in the game, but now we just need the treasures because that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. So James gets the fire, and he gets another fire. Yeah. So maybe, or even now, if you give James the fire, he's only got 3.
Yeah.
So we'd have to wait till the end of his turn, because Natalie hasn't got any. We have to wait till the end of his turn to see if he even gets one.
That's it.
So it can't even guarantee that you're going to get the fire on his turn. It would have to be his next turn after that. And by that point, you could have another, 2 Water Rises, 3 Water Rises card that put you up to 4.
So I'll give him the...
Yeah, you give him the 3rd one on his turn. And on your turn, you get a fire. And you get a Water Rises card, which puts us up to Legendary. But luckily it's only still 3. So at this point, I can imagine, would it be wise to give... I reckon it's wise for James to give you all the fires, really.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
I mean, it's one of the things you have to talk about quite a lot, isn't it? What treasures you got in your hand, who picks up who, and who's where as well. So Natalie used her ability to move you and James to the Cave of Embers.
Wow, another Water
You get another Water Rises. That's 2, but sometimes it's nice to have them come out early, because then the rest of the deck comes out, you don't have to worry about shoring up so quickly, do you?
Yeah, that's true.
So that was the end of Natalie's turn, so it's going to be James's turn next. So really, I do actually remember, he does want to give you all 3 crystals, so at the beginning of your turn, you've already got all 4. And it's already come out straight with it. 1 action, 2 action, and then 3 action. So you not wasted, but you spent an action previously giving him one, and then you have to give it back. It's really hard to determine who's going to do what. Yeah. So it looks like you're going to get the Fire Crystal at the beginning of your turn, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. And already we've lost quite a few island pieces as well.
Yeah, it's not nice when you lose tiles early on.
No, definitely not. I feel like we used Natalie's ability there pretty well. She was able to move you both there, so you had to use less actions so you could do the most amount of progression, getting more treasures basically. So let's see what you get now. You've already got 2. You get a nice sandbag as well. So you've got 2 wind crystals, wind statues. But again, that doesn't mean that you're going to be the one to collect the statue of the wind, is it?
Not at the moment, because I'm the only one with them.
Yeah.
So.
And no one's got the chalice, and we've got stones everywhere. So I think it's going to be a while now of just trying to survive.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's pretty much all we can do at this moment. So Natalie moves over and upshores. So at this point, it's quite easy to upshore everything, because it's just 3 at the moment. But it's when it goes up to 4, that's when it becomes a horrible game.
Yeah, it does. It becomes very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. And you've still got one more one more Water Riser card as well. So Fool's Landing comes out, and that's, if we lose that, that's game over.
Yeah.
That's an automatic rescue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So James flies over, one action, upshores it, and then upshores the Crimson Forest. So he gets one Firestone, Earthstone. So that's only 3 out there, unfortunately. But we've got 4 wind statues, so who could possibly... it couldn't be James, could it? It's going to be a while. Again, you can't really determine who should get it. It's your turn at the moment. You shore up a couple.
And I'll stay at Whispering Gardens. Seems like the best place to stay.
Yeah, most likely.
Oh, now we're up to 4.
So we get the last Water Riser card, and we've got 9 cards left, so that's at least 2 turns. 3 turns.
Yeah.
And then before they get reshuffled again. So really, you could spend your whole turn, a couple of turns, not really upshoring anything, if you wanted to. But then, again, that's quite dangerous as well in itself, isn't it? Leaving things for too long. I'm sure we've done that in the past, and it's just led to ruin. Right, so Natalie flips over. I know, we're still doing the progression phase. So she's going to move over. She's going to fly, because the helicopter can fly multiple people, which does take James all the way to you. And she gives you treasures each. So look, it looks like you've got all 3. We got 3 wind. And hopefully James on his turn, because he's on the same piece as you, he can give them to you.
Yeah.
And then on... Well, it depends, doesn't it? How's he going to... Because he's got 3 of the stone. So how is he going to get the 3rd one? Would it be you? Would it be Natalie? What would you think would be the best?
Yeah, it's tough.
You're all on the same tile at the moment.
And Natalie's used all her moves, so she can't give him the stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she just drew it, so it is just a...
They use the sandbag for Breaker's Bridge. Yeah, he gives you the wind, and then uses his last 2 just to shore up.
I think at this point I can give him the stone.
Yeah, that would probably be best.
Go
and
to
then move
Whispering
over.
Gardens, and then my last action is to take it.
Yeah. So he gets a 6th card there, which obviously has to discard. Can only have 5. And the Chalice, we've only seen 3 of those as well. No one's discarded one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably best. Give him the Earth, so he can discard the Chalice, I guess.
Yeah.
And then on his turn, he can just move over and collect it, and that's 2 treasures by the end of his turn. Yes, I think we got a bit.
Yeah, I got a bit excited.
Yeah. Oh no, wait! You don't give it to him. Maybe Natalie will give it to him. So you move over, discard for 1 action, then you upshore the Tidal Palace. I guess it's going to have to be Natalie then, isn't it? She's going to have to give him the Earthstone and see how that goes. You can see a lot. The island is looking ridiculous. It's almost 100% flooded. It's like 80% flooded.
I might just walk over to the old Misty Marsh and read that. Looks nice and sunny over there.
Yeah, exactly. So Natalie gives James the Earthstone. So now in his turn, he's already there. I think they use their helicopter to teleport them both there, so he doesn't have to use so many actions moving. Yeah. Which again, that can take time. Sometimes you're spending like 3-4 minutes just talking about what's the best option.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And sometimes communication is key. Sometimes what you think is good isn't as good as what somebody else is thinking.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you will have to agree which one's best, really.
You really do need everyone's input, because someone might have a better strategy than you.
Yeah.
And it really does help.
Yeah, or see something that is a flaw in your strategy.
Yeah, definitely.
So things are looking quite bad. If we lose the Tidal Palace, it's going to be blocked off pretty much. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for people to move around. And saying that Natalie and James are on this side, and he can fly, you can move diagonally, so it's not too bad, I guess.
The only thing we're lacking now is the helicopter.
Yes, that is obviously the main thing. That's the only way to win. Well, once we get all 4 treasures, we have to get the helicopter piece as well. So Natalie's going to move over, I hope, at some point on her turn. Oh, it looks like we're losing more and more pieces. We've got, 6, 7, 8, around 11?
Yeah.
So 10 pieces, if that. It's not looking good at all. Alright, so it's actually your turn. So you move over and upshore 2. See, look, we're revealing 4 cards at the end of each turn, and you can only upshore 2. Let's see what you get. Riser card can come out any second now because they've been shuffled in. But luckily, there's like 19 cards, 18 cards in the deck. That's good. So these are just fodder cards. Natalie on her turn. Where is she? So she's over here. She could move over, collect it, and then maybe upshore, come back. That's another piece gone.
Oh, good job I didn't go to Misty Marsh.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's she going to do? She's going to move over. Who's she going to pay?
Alright, we've got all the treasures?
Yeah, that's all the treasures. That's 2 actions. She's got 1 more left. But what does she do?
I think you just got Upshur, haven't you?
Yeah, she goes for the Tidal Palace. That's the most, I would say, Tidal Palace personally, because that's the. She goes Whispering Gardens. And saying that, if Tidal Palace goes under, you can automatically swim to either side, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So I guess it's not a bad thing for her to do Whispering Gardens. So at this point, treasures aren't really important. So it doesn't really matter. So we just reveal whatever.
It's getting tense now.
It is getting really
Waiting
tense.
for this helicopter lift.
Yeah, could be any second as well. But you're at 4. And there we go, we lost the Tidal Palace, so you can swim over. So everyone's on the Temple of the Sun, but we've got no helicopter.
Yeah, that's right.
And, 4 cards, if we lose Fool's Landing, all the ones that are active,
yeah,
he's going to fly over.
So James made a really good move there. He actually flew over to the
Yeah.
Howling Gardens and upshored the 2 that were down there. I mean, I could get there, but it just seemed like the best option at the time.
He decides to actually take the move back for Clifton Abandons and opts to fly back instead.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I mean...
Because if he gets the helicopter lift card now, then all we need... There we go.
So that's 1.
All we need is for me and Natalie just to move 1 space.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he can fly us away.
Yeah, which hopefully is going to be the issue. But it might not. Pause for dramatic effect, James.
Yeah.
Any second? No, it's just a fire crystal. So that's not amazing, but... So we're revealing 4 cards. So all of these should be flooded now at this point. So we lose Cliffs of Abandon, Fool's Landing, Coral Palace, Cliffs of Abandon. I think this is getting a bit too close for comfort.
Oh, it really is.
And Natalie has to, you have to, obviously on your turn you move over. So Natalie we have to not die here basically. So we get the second helicopter lift, which is fine. That's all we need to do. Helicopter lifter, move Natalie over and then play the second one. And then we win.
Yay.
So it was a relatively, when you look at it like that, it looks kind of easy. But when you're playing for like 40 minutes, it's really stressful and strenuous on your brain.
Oh, definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
This is one of the games like this and Forbidden Desert.
Let's not talk about that.
It really does wreck with your brains because you find yourself talking 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you even make a move.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to make a move that's going to hinder other people or it's going to hinder the game. So you do try and talk it through to the best of your ability.
Basically.
Sometimes it could have terrible consequences. Sometimes it works out. I mean, we're at a point now where the treasure deck got reshuffled.
Yeah.
And all the helicopter lift cards are in it.
Yeah.
They could have been at the bottom of the deck, and we could have lost that game then.
Straight away.
So yeah, it really was. We got lucky there, but we played as well as we could there.
Yeah, and he has some pretty good character abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, next time we will play on Legendary, and we'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.